Good day, beautiful ladies. Happy Tuesday. I hope this day finds you well so far. I wanted to touch base on the matters of freedom and reclaiming our voice. This weekend, I happened to come across a very uncomfortable conversation that I happened to have with a very close male friend of mine. And this male friend of mine was playing some songs that related to a certain celebrity, and we decided to dive deep into that person's relationship, right? And because of our own personal life experiences, we automatically had different opinions of that, right? But the problem with this is that it took an unnecessary turn that led to other matters of women, right? And as a woman, I automatically felt triggered. I felt like I had to defend myself as a woman and for women, especially because this movement is what it's for. It's for women trauma survivors. And I'm speaking to you now, ladies who are women trauma survivors. You know how hard it is and how hard it has taken us to reclaim our voices again. And once you have that voice back, it's hard to let go of it. It's hard to stay silent. It's hard to let others' opinions and beliefs stop you or prevent you from speaking your truth or speaking just, again, your beliefs, because your beliefs are your beliefs. They're not meant to be in accordance with everyone in the world, because for one, it's unrealistic to expect everyone to agree with you. But it does hurt when you're used to being around like-minded individuals, but then you come across a subject that creates such tension and havoc, right? And so this individual, this very close male friend of mine, he's been in my life for a long ass time. And we know each other very well, right? So we kind of also know how to pick each other's buttons at the same time. So I'm not gonna be talking from a victim point of view or poor me or like how dare they. No, I am aware of how I responded. I'm aware of how intimidating, not intimidating, or of how heavy my tone of voice can come across, where it just feels like I'm badgering you, right, with my words. But actually not, but it's not right. It's not something healthy. It's not something that I consider healthy of me doing. It's something that I just learned from a very young age to react and be defensive and automatically go for the jugular or whatever, if I think that's how you call it, right? And I've come a long way, right? I went from being all up in someone's face to just still voicing my opinion in a very stern voice to I'm learning to not be so reactive. But that's not the point. The point is that this male set a specific line, and it started like this: "You women tend to ... And that line specifically triggered me because, again, as women, we're so accustomed to being silenced by men. And not all men, so I'm not here to bash men or even my male friend. It's just, and I just feel like it's something that's been so ongoing for so many years through history that it's hard for either opposite sex to respect each other's opinions. But in this case, because of current events, we are talking about the woman. And because this person had their own beliefs and opinions, I had to voice mine. The problem with this was that this person made me feel bad for saying it, kind of condoning me for speaking my mind. And it hurt me. It created such a rage inside of me because it's not the first time I feel misunderstood by this person. And I know many of you will say, well, if you know he doesn't understand you, then why you bother? But it's not, I'm not about that life, right? I'm not about making another person feel bad. I'm not about, I'm not about diminishing the opposite sex. I'm not about that life, right? I can still see the good in that person, but I'm also aware, and I'm also very capable now in standing firm in my opinions and beliefs. And what I learned from it is that, again, for one, I can't expect everyone to agree with everything that I say. I can't expect everyone to understand everything that I say. And then another is that the more I reclaim my voice, the more that you reclaim your voice, the more that we as women reclaim our voice, we will be facing a lot of tension. We will be facing a lot of lashback, a lot of havoc because of differences of opinions. And I'm just here to remind you, don't let that stop you. No matter how angry you feel, no matter how down or drained you feel from voicing your opinions or your belief as a woman, keep doing it. Keep doing it because there's future generations ahead of us. And I'm not here to say that the way I do it is right, but I am here to say that if there's a little girl watching me or that is listening to me, I want to remind them that even though they will come across times in their life that they will be silenced, to not let that happen, because that's what has kept us silent for so long. Throughout generations, throughout history, we have been made silent. And it's not always the opposite gender's fault. A lot of it is lack of education, lack of understanding, lack of compassion, lack of empathy. And there's a ripple effect, right? We can't just blame the opposite sex all the time. However, we're also not meant to put up with the shit or their opinions or beliefs just because it's their beliefs. And that's what this weekend has taught me. It has taught me that even though right now our freedom as women is at stake, is in jeopardy, we still have the freedom of speech. We still have the freedom of our voice, to voice our beliefs, to voice our opinions, no matter if we get belittled or not. What we have to practice a lot is in not taking things personal. And that's so hard to do right now because our emotions right now are sky high. And I'm talking from experience because right now I still have that little fire in me. I still want to go out there and scream and I did that yesterday. I cried out of anger. I had to call my mom to calm me down because my mom, thanks to my mom, she was able to calm me down and just listen to me because she's been down this road before. So, and the fact that I'm able to do this video should go to show that, I'm okay to a certain extent. I'm not gonna lie and sit here that I'm happy and everything. No, I'm mad, I'm angry, I'm still in my feelings about it, but it will pass. But this is the reason why it motivated me to do this video, because I'm sure there's many of you ladies out there who are having such conversations, and it's probably making you feel less than again. It's probably making you want to silence yourself again because you're not being understood. But there is a woman out there. I'm here, looking at you, feeling inspired by you, feeling empowered by you ladies who do speak up unapologetically, because that's what we need. We need more women to speak up. We need more women to stand firm in their beliefs. It's been a hard road for me to be firm on my beliefs and not feel bad about it. Especially because my battles or fights or whatever you want to call it has always been with the opposite sex. It's something that I'm healing from. I have yet to come across males. Well, let me rephrase that. I have come across males that I have wonderful conversations with, and I have felt seen and heard and loved. And to those guys, thank you. I appreciate you guys. But I'm talking about the guys that just won't get it. And whether that is because they refuse to, or they just don't know, or they are so hurt that they just rather not see another person's point of view, that's not up to us to fix. That's not up to us to understand. All we can do is just agree to disagree. I'm a person who, even if I don't agree with you, I'm not going to condone you for believing in what you believe in. If those beliefs have helped you become the person you are today, if those beliefs have shaped you into whatever you consider yourself to be as a good person, then so be it. But I don't have to agree with everything that you say. I don't have to bow down to everything that you say. And I don't have to put up with you putting me down for my own beliefs, especially if I'm not shoving them down your throat. And so I wanted to make that clear today, that you can agree to disagree with an individual and continue having them in your life. But at the same time, when a person becomes disrespectful, you need to put a stop. You need to put a boundary, or you need to just you exit them out of your life. And it's easier said than done. Like with this person that I am currently in a disagreement with, I can't just throw this person to the curb. I have my own reasons. I'm not disclosing them, but it was just another reminder of where I'm going, right, towards the future. And it's a reminder that this person is not meant to come with me in the future, you know? If they are, then they will, but right now it's not looking like it, right? Especially because right now I'm in a life phase right now where it's so transitional, it's so transformational, and I'm aware of that. I'm aware that I'm in a crossroads right now where I'm leaving my past life and I'm entering a new one. And the new one is scary as fuck because it means that I have to do a lot of things that I was not ready for and I was not prepared to face. I was not prepared to do. I'm still scared as shit, but I know that in order for me to grow, I gotta leave this past life behind. And so because I'm stuck at a crossroads, I felt the need to reach out to those women who are in the same place as me, where they're constantly like, which way do I go, right? Because leaving our old life behind, and leaving our old life behind means we have to take accountability. And leaving our old life behind means that now it's on us, that whatever we decide to do in the future is on us. We can no longer point fingers. We can no longer say this or that. I mean, we can, but it's not going to help us grow, right? And so this message is for those ladies who right now are in a crossroads where they're starting to emerge from the silence, and into the vocality of expressing your beliefs and opinions, right? There's no one else that can understand us better than the woman next to us. Why? Because we're women, right? When it comes to women matters, in speaking to the opposite sex, we're bound to bump heads just because biologically speaking, we're different, right? But again, this is just a reminder that we still have freedom. We have the freedom to be ourselves. We have the freedom to speak up in what we truly believe in and stand firm. Most of all, stand firm. Don't allow someone else's opinions or judgments or belittlement stop you or deter you from continuing to speak, because that's what will happen if we allow it, right? And again, a lot of it will be repetition that I'm saying here, but a lot of it is just reminding ourselves that it's not our first rodeo as women, right? And if I can leave you with anything today, is that I'm here for you. I stand by you. There's this line that I forgot the person's name, and it's actually a male too. But he starts with saying, I may not agree with everything that you have to say, but I will defend your right to say it. And so I'm going to leave this video at that. I may not agree with everything you say, but I will defend your right to say it. And the way I'm defending that is by telling you to continue to speak up. The only way we can voice our opinions, our needs, our wants is by speaking up. And with that said, I love you so much, ladies. And gentlemen too. I know not all men are the same, so please don't take this as a judgment, as a belittlement to just overall the male community, because that's not where I'm trying to go. I'm not here to belittle any gender. I'm just here to voice my voice as a woman. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you soon.